So what's good, homies? It's your man, Dr. BOA. When men are in a situation with a woman and the woman is stringing them along or letting them play a certain role in her life, especially baby daddies, where you can still come through from time to time and get with your baby mama or hang out a little bit, man, and do the family thing with your children a little bit, but the woman is in reality moved on with her life. You end up in a situation where you really believe that you're more important in the situation than you are. You have guys out here who believe that they own their children's mother because they have children by her. And these guys will run interference and put you in the mix, man. These guys will kill you over this woman. It happens many times. And in this particular video, you see a little guy who's obviously suffered from short man syndrome, so he's going to make his whole gangster persona a whole lot bigger than his actual physicality is. And the things he says in this particular exchange with this guy who's there chilling with the woman, and he also has a child with the woman. And when you hear her in the background, not really doing much, not trying to break it up, not chilling, she's enjoying these two fools. One fool is bigger than the other, but we'll get into that. Having this exchange over little old her, who we know has at least 2 children by 2 men. And I guarantee you there's at least one other child in that house. Let's take a deep dive on this one. But first, let's elevate to a higher plane. Prepare for takeoff. Now, the reality of the situation is this, man. When you are willing to fight a man over a woman who's not your woman, even if you're willing to fight a man over your woman, unless that man has done something to assault your woman wrongly, let's say a man is being overly aggressive with advances on your woman and you're present, you understand? And he is just doing more than any man should ever be doing. Grabbing her, pulling her, threatening her, doing all types of things. Of course, if that's your woman and you want to defend her, you should. You absolutely should defend your woman who has earned that position with her actions. But we're talking about 2 guys fighting over a woman who's just playing both of them. Why would you fight over a woman? How are you going to benefit fighting over a woman? It doesn't impress a woman when you fight another dude over her, because 9 times out of 10, she has egged it on and built that dynamic to make 2 dudes fight over her because it helps her self-esteem. Do you know how low a woman's self-esteem is when she needs to see 2 men fight over her in order to feel good about herself? And some of you guys too. Some of you guys like to see 2 women fight over you. Makes you feel better about yourself. But how can you, being in the midst of a mess like that, being the reason that 2 men are about to take themselves out or 2 women are about to do something brutal to one another over you and your lies and deceit? In this video, man, I want you to listen to the things this guy says. And one thing in particular. And it's going to catch your ear because it certainly caught mine. So let's take a look at this video, man, and we'll come back and chop it up on a real tip.
Hey, homie, I cut my hair not too long ago. My name Legend. They call me New York. I know who the fuck you are, nigga. I know who the fuck you are, nigga. That don't mean shit to me. This is my motherfucking woman. This is my house. You see this picture still here? This my mama and my aunt, nigga. Everything in here, me, nigga. Reed Legend, Master, Chief, motherfucker, 6-star, concrete motherfucking general. Everything in here, Reed, me, nigga. You prepared to die for that pussy? I am. So get the fuck up out of here. Fuck you. Fuck your child, nigga. I'll bury you in that motherfucker. Now what you gonna do? I'm with it, nigga. I'm a goon. I'm giving you a pass. Get the fuck up off my motherfucking house. You know, a woman going through some shit. We going through some shit. With your weird ass, you gonna get the fuck up off my house. This is an alpha male right here, nigga. This is an alpha male. Learn me. I'm from the streets of Harlem, New York City. I'm gonna kill for what's mine. Get your shit and get the fuck up out of here. Because when I come back, you better be gone.
Now what you hear is a bona fide simp who claims that he's an alpha male. Nothing about this guy says alpha male. See, you can work out all you want to. You can work out, and build your little muscles all you want to. That doesn't make you alpha. It doesn't even make you a physical alpha. You can be as big as you want to be, but if you're not a mental alpha, you're still not a physical alpha. You know how many big guys I've seen, man, get the brakes whooped off them by a little dude who was just a go-getter? That's why I tell you guys, you can't be alpha in one department and not alpha in another. Alpha is the completion of a man. It's the fullness of masculinity. You have to have all of those things in order to sit down and say, I am an alpha male. Otherwise, you're just building to become the most alpha version of yourself. Now, the main thing I want you to look at is how the other guy didn't even feel threatened by this dude. He just sat and listened to him go on and on. Why is that? Why is this dude, who obviously has a reputation, he had to tell the guy who he was and let him know I cut my hair because you remember me being this way. I want you to ask yourself why this other guy didn't say anything. Because the girl had already informed him of what kind of chump this dude was. Had already informed him of how he'll run up in a woman's face, he'll fight a woman, but he won't fight no man. The dude didn't even break a sweat, man. The dude told me, even when he said, you better be out of my house before I'm gone, man, dude was just standing there looking at him like, bro, can you go so I can finish what I was doing before you interrupted me? Whatever he was doing, he was just trying to let the dude hurry up and talk, man, so we can get back to it. When you are willing to confront a man over a woman, man, you liable to lose your life. You liable to lose. That man could have really put that iron on him right there and would have beat the case. Because here's a guy on video threatening, telling him what he'll do, told him what he'll do to him and his child. Man, I want you to listen to this guy threatening to take this man out and his child over a woman. And this is the most alarming thing he said. And many of you men are the same way. You may not say this, but you're the same way. He said, I'm willing to die for that kitty. Are you? Because I am. And then he turned around and said, I'm willing to murk you for what's mine. So not only will he die for the baby mama that don't want him anymore, that invited the other dude to the crib, he'll murk the dude or anybody else for the baby mama who don't want him and invited the other dude to the crib. This dude, this is the greatest show of low self-esteem that I've ever seen in a man. And I've seen some. When you tie everything about you into your relationship with a woman, then in your mind, you can't afford to lose her. Think about that. You can't afford to lose her. You never have her anyway, but you can't afford to lose her. You can't afford to lose your connection with her. Everything you stand for, everything you're about is based on your connection with that woman. And that feeds on into some of you married guys, man. There are guys whose entire worth is based on being a father and a husband. Okay, what if the woman leaves? What when the children grow up? What if all that happens? Then who are you? You're ex-husband and an absent father. And that's why men take themselves out behind that, because everything they are as a man is based on their relationship with the woman. And here's another example of that, a prime example of that. That's my woman. Me and my woman having problems. But you got to go. Man, let me tell you something. He really wants some static, man. He came in there doing his thing. He ain't want no static. He put on a show. He put on a show acting like a pro for a pro, man. And the reality of the scenario is this. He ain't going to do nothing. The other dude's still going to be there. And still, because you never heard the woman say, yeah, you got to go, you got to go. Yeah, my man here now, you got to go. That woman ain't never said that. She was telling him to calm down. She was talking to him because the other dude wasn't saying that. She was telling him, calm down. I think this dude may have some mental issues, man. This dude may be off his rocker a little bit. Tell him who he is, man. You're looking at an alpha male. Boy, don't you disrespect alpha like that. See, this is why we get such a bad rap as alpha males, because a guy can just do something like this and claim alpha male and people run with it. Well, you know, yeah, here's an alpha male here, blah, blah. And that's why I used it in the title, to poke fun at those people. Anybody can do anything and claim they're alpha. But deep down inside, we know, just like the haters know, this was not a display of any alpha energy. This was a pure simp display, a volatile display of low self-esteem, low self-worth, and overvaluing a woman who has no value on you, who places absolutely no value on you. Trying to intimidate a man who was absolutely not intimidated by you because the woman had already filled him in on what kind of chump you were. That's why he's there in the first place. If that is your woman, if that is your crib, that's why dude is there in the first place. And the crazy thing is, dude in there with his shirt off. So ain't no telling what this boy walked in on. Well, actually, weirdly, both of them got this shirt off. You know, maybe the dude who came in said, well, he got his shirt off. I'm going to take mine off. Maybe he wanted to flex on him a little bit. Man, let me tell you something. And this is the reality of the scenario. If you got to behave like this behind a woman, man, you're doing yourself a disservice as a man. And if you're dealing with a woman who has a man come and behave this way about her, you underserving yourself as a man too. Here it is. We have another example of a woman who shouldn't be considered by any man. But you guys are still here considering women like this. Here's two men who could have taken each other out behind something so foolish. Now, whoever's holding the camera is just another onlooker acting a fool. You hear the woman in the background, onlooker, wanting to see them scrap it up. And you see the one dude who's like, man, okay, cool, man. Go ahead, do whatever you're going to do. Like he's willing to deal with this over this woman. Man, this got one time to happen to me, man. I'm dealing with a woman. Any dude, her daddy, got one time to run up on me talking crazy. You understand? And if it don't pop off at that point, man, I'll never see that woman again. Of course, if it does pop off, I won't see her again. But after that situation, that woman will never see me again. She'll never talk to me again, man. She'll be in the permanent icebox, homie. She'll be in an igloo. The bottom line, man, is you have to value yourself enough to not deal with any foolishness from a woman, to not accept any of the ill effects of dealing with that particular woman, because you should be able to deal with a woman without anything like this happening, without any threats on your life, without any threats on your child's life. This is foolishness, man. And for the record, this guy is not an alpha male. He don't even know what the hell an alpha male is. He a cat who was short, didn't feel good about himself, worked out until he got a little bit of size on himself. Still a small dude, got a little bit of size on himself, and now he gangster. And I guarantee you, in a one-on-one, the other dude will whoop the brakes off of him, because the loudest wagon is the one with the busted wheel. And the scariest dude in the room is the one who tries his best to seem the most intimidating. Y'all comment down below and let me know what you think about this topic, man. I look forward to hearing what you men have to say. I'm out.
Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Simps claiming that they pimps, but they not though.